Hey, before we get to talking greatness, let's pay respect to resilience. Because the Indiana Pacers just gave us one of the most grittiest, most electrifying playoff runs we probably have ever seen in NBA history. The 25 Pacers finished with a 50-32 record, fourth in the East. They ranked ninth in offensive rating, 13th in defense, and played at the seventh fastest pace in the league. It was the most exciting season since the 2000 finals team, and perhaps even more meaningful considering the adversity they battled. Tyrese Halliburton just finished authoring a legendary postseason, a buzzer beater to eliminate Milwaukee in Game 5, game-winning 3 against Cleveland, a foot-on-the-line heartbreaker turned OT victory against the Knicks, where he mocked Reggie Miller's iconic choke gesture, and in the finals, he hit another game winner in Game 1. So much for that Tyrese Halliburton name clutch logic, right? But the finals were cruel. Halliburton, who had a historically elite assist-to-turnover ratio, 5.61, second all-time behind Muggsy Bogues, posted a 1.5 ratio in the NBA Finals, 12 assists, 8 turnovers, and in Game 7, after opening with 3 straight triples, Halliburton suffered a torn Achilles. The Pacers fought, but without their star, the dream just died. Pascal Siakam averaged 20-plus points for his 6th straight year, stepped up as Indiana's leading scorer and rebounder in the playoffs, and posted multiple 30-point nights in the semis. Miles Turner had an elite shot-blocking season, but struggled in the finals, only able to give you 10 points, 4 rebounds on like 38-21 splits. Indiana was a dog in every finals game. And so that leads me to what this video is all about. We're about to give OKC their credit. Okay, so it's important to establish this first. The 2025 Oklahoma City Thunder didn't just build a defense. They created a monster. Let's talk facts. No team since the NBA-ABA merger has led the league in defensive rating, opponent field goal percentage, and opponent turnovers in the same season. OKC just did that. Defensive rating, 106.3. That's a 2.5 points better than the next best team, the second largest gap in 25 years. Only the 2016 Spurs had a bigger one. In terms of opponent field goal percentage, 43.1 percentage, opponent turnovers, league best. 1,043 steals this season, regular season and playoffs. That's the most in 28 years. They had 38 games with 10 plus steals. That is a franchise record, and 3 games of holding opponents under 80 points. But let's go to the postseason purely. 18.2 opponent turnovers per game, most since the 96 Bulls. Most steals, 10.9, and blocks, 16.4 per game in a postseason since 1983. 380 deflections, 77 more than any other team. 4 of the top 6 in deflections. J-Dub, Alex Caruso in the leading, with SGA tied with Caruso, I think, for 58. And Cason Wallace had 51, while also getting 24 steals in games 1 and 2 of the finals, most since the 1986 Celtics. 24 turnovers in the first half of game 1 ties all-time records. Mind you, they did all of this with a wing-heavy defensive crew that broke the mold from the get-go. Because even with Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein being 7-footers and legit 7-footers, Chet Holmgren was not there for the majority of this NBA season up until the back end of the season and the playoffs, obviously. And so with that, they needed to find other ways to be able to anchor the rim when Hartenstein was not there. And that's when J-Dub came into play, and Caruso, and Lou Dort to a certain extent, and Cason Wallace, and Shea. Golly, they were really, really good defensively this year. With the offseason currently going on, it can seem as if it's not much to talk about or nobody to really talk to. But while the league is sleeping, Take the Bates is wide awake, cooking up all-time drafts, throwing legends into 2K, and watching it all go down together. We're drafting the greatest lineups ever, Jordan versus Kobe, Magic versus Steph, and running full-blown 2K simulations just to settle the score. But we're not just hoops. We're talking NFL, anime, music, comic books, and whatever's on your mind. It's real talk all day with 12 hours of active debates every day. So whether you want to rank all-time players or you just want to talk about your favorite anime art, Take Debates is where the real off-season lives. So hit the link below and join the squad, because for Take Debates, sports never really sleeps. But speaking of Chet Holmgren, who wasn't healthy for a large portion of the season, when he did come in, he wasn't just good, he was generational. Opponents shot 45.2% on layups and dunks when defended by Chet, the lowest in the NBA. That's better than Wemby, and that's even better than Rudy Gobert, a 4-time DPOY. Denver led the league in rim scoring, transition efficiency, and layup frequency. In round 2 versus the Thunder, that identity got stripped completely. Denver layups made went down from 24.4 to 15.3. Nearly 10 of their shots at the rim just disappeared. Their layup field goal percentage went down from 64.3% to 54.3%. The points in the paint went down from 50.3 to 31.7, nearly a 20-point drop in the paint. And it wasn't just Chet. Isaiah Hartenstein's offseason signing changed everything. In Game 6, Chet met Christian Braun at the Summit and sent it back. Hartenstein helped free up Chet to roam as the league's best low man. They plugged the rebounding and physicality holes that doomed them in 2024 versus the Dallas Mavericks. 74 steals against Denver, most in a series in 30 plus years. 16 steals in Game 7, most in a Game 7 since 1977. This isn't just deep, it's surgical. 10.3 steals per game, that was first. 5 players averaging a steal: Wallace, SGA, Caruso, J-Dub, and Lu Dort. Their depth gave Daganov defensive optionality. Caruso guarded Jokic in Game 7. They can go double big or 5 out. They rotate so fast, so precise, it's disorienting. Indiana was the best offense left in the postseason. OKC forced 40 turnovers out of them in 2 games. Man, shout out to the city of Oklahoma. For a city often overlooked in the NBA conversation, this championship is everything. It's national recognition, it's validation that greatness doesn't belong only to glamour markets. It's a beacon for other small cities, proving that with the right culture and conviction, and especially under this new CBA, anything is possible. They're the youngest finals winner since the 1977 Blazers, loaded with picks, deep, hungry, proven. The Thunder didn't knock on the door of greatness. They kicked it down. Defense wasn't just the foundation, it was the weapon, the identity, the legacy. And this is just the beginning. You better buckle up.